Welcome to Becoming Boss C. Today we will learn about Domain 4 of the Certified Internal Auditor Exam Part 1, which focuses on quality assurance and improvement programs. Here are the syllabus topics for Domain 4. A. Describe the required elements of the quality assurance and improvement program. B. Describe the requirement of reporting the results of the quality assurance and improvement program to the board or governing body. C. Identify appropriate disclosure of conformance versus nonconformance with the Institute of Internal Auditors International Standards for the Professional Practice of Internal Auditing. And all of these are expected to be known at a basic level. So that means at a general high-level knowledge level. What is a quality assurance and improvement program? Well, this is a program that ensures internal audit activities conform to the Institute of Internal Auditors, or IIA's professional standards and the organization's internal audit policies. What are the required elements of the quality assurance and improvement program? The quality assurance and improvement program includes two required elements: internal quality assessment and external quality assessments. The internal audit function should develop and document its internal assessment program to promote and assess the quality and consistency of internal audit work with respect to policies, procedures, audit performance, and work papers. What are internal quality assessments? Internal quality assessments are internal quality assurance reviews that are performed within the organization. During these internal quality assessments, a member of the organization inspects audit work papers and validates that established policies, criteria, and requirements were followed when the audit or consulting activity was conducted. Internal quality assessments should be performed by someone within the organization who is independent of the audit work performed. So, if you worked on the audit project, you should not perform the quality assurance review. The Chief Audit Executive should be accountable for any conclusions reached and responsible for implementing recommendations for appropriate improvement in the internal audit process and training staff. Each organization should perform an internal quality assessment exercise at least annually, and the Chief Audit Executive should report the quality assessment results at least annually or once a year to the audit committee and senior management. What are external quality assessments? External quality assessments are quality assurance reviews performed by a qualified and independent third party. The external review addresses compliance with the IIA's definition of internal auditing, the Code of Ethics, core principles, and professional standards. The external assessor inspects the internal audit charter, policies, procedures, and any legislative or regulatory requirements that apply. The Chief Audit Executive is expected to communicate results of the external quality assessment and announce planned actions to fix issues identified and inform senior management and the audit committee about the status of remediation efforts. What is the requirement for reporting the results of the quality assurance and improvement program to the board of directors? As mentioned, the Chief Audit Executive is required to report quality assessment results to the audit committee, the board of directors, and senior management, such as the Chief Executive Officer. Communication of results should occur after internal and external assessments are completed, with a report outlining areas for improvement and corrective action plans. If there are any impairments to independence or objectivity, resource limitations, or audit scope restrictions, the Chief Audit Executive should also communicate those issues in the report. Finally, the report should explain if the internal audit department did not conform, partially conformed, or generally conformed with the IIA's professional standards and other internal policies. For external assessments that are completed by a third-party assessor, the third party should issue a report describing the observations, and recommendations to improve internal audit quality, efficiency, and effectiveness. Conformance versus nonconformance. Whether an internal or external quality assessment is performed, there are two possible outcomes: conformance or nonconformance. Think of conformance as the internal audit department being in compliance with the IA's professional standards, the definition of internal auditing, the code of ethics, core principles, regulatory requirements, and internal department policies. Conformance also means that auditors are independent, objective, and there are no resource limitations. Think of nonconformance as the opposite. This means that the internal audit department is not abiding by all rules, policies, and professional standards as expected. If an internal audit department does not conduct internal quality assessments and does not hire a qualified independent third party to perform an external quality assessment, then the internal audit department is not in conformance with the IIA's professional standards. A result of nonconformance can only be changed to conformance after full validation by qualified external assessors is completed. So, those assessors will make sure that all observations and issues have been remediated. Now, let's answer some practice questions. Number 1, the scope of work in developing and maintaining a quality assurance and improvement program includes which of the following processes? 1, supervision, 2, internal assessment, 3, ongoing monitoring, or 4, external assessment? Is it A, 1 only, B, 1 and 2, C, 1, 2, and 3, or D, 1, 2, 3, and 4? The Chief Audit Executive is responsible for implementing audit processes, and the Quality Assurance Improvement Program is designed to provide reasonable assurance to the various stakeholders that the internal audit activity is properly implementing such processes. These processes include appropriate supervision, periodic internal assessments, and ongoing monitoring of quality assurance, as well as periodic external assessments. Therefore, the answer is D. That is the best answer choice. Number 2, if the results of the assessment of the internal audit's quality assurance and improvement program indicate areas for improvement, which of the following will implement such improvements? A, Audit Committee, B, Chief Audit Executive, C, External Auditor, or D, Chief Executive Officer? A quality assurance improvement program is an ongoing and periodic assessment of the entire spectrum of audit and consulting work performed by the internal audit activity. If results of this assessment indicate areas for improvement of the internal audit activity, then the Chief Audit Executive will implement those improvements through the Quality Assurance Improvement Program. Therefore, the answer is B, Chief Audit Executive. Number 3, all of the following stakeholders receive the results of internal and external quality program assessments of internal audit's activity from the Chief Audit Executive except A, Senior Managers, B, External Auditor, C, Functional Managers, or D, Board of Directors. So we mentioned before, senior managers and board of directors definitely receive those results, right? And if you think about it, it could also be helpful that the external auditor receives this information because in most cases, external auditors may rely on the work of some internal audit work. So therefore, A, B, and D are incorrect. Functional managers do not need to know these results because there are so many functional managers to distribute materials to, and the scope of the quality program affects the entire organization, not just managers' individual business functions. To provide accountability and transparency, the Chief Audit Executive would communicate the results of external and internal quality program assessments to the various stakeholders of the activity. Therefore, the answer is C, functional managers. Number 4, which of the following applies to the external assessment of an internal audit's activity and does not apply to internal assessment? A, findings, B, conclusions, C, recommendations, or D, overall opinion. So we are looking for which area applies to the external assessment and not the internal assessment. So external assessments of an internal audit activity contain an expressed opinion about the entire spectrum of assurance and consulting work that is performed by the internal audit department, including its conformance with the definition of internal auditing, the code of ethics, and professional standards. As appropriate, these assessments include the recommendations for improvement, conclusions, and findings. Therefore, the answer is D, overall opinion. For internal assessments, an overall opinion is generally not included. Number 5, which of the following facilitates and reduces the cost of the external assessment of an internal audit's activity? A periodic internal assessment performed in parallel with an external assessment. B, a periodic internal assessment performed within a short time before the external assessment. C, a periodic internal assessment performed a long time before an external assessment. Or D, a periodic internal assessment performed a short time after an external assessment. Well, this could be tricky, but if you look closely at all the answer choices, a periodic internal assessment performed within a short time before the external assessment can serve to facilitate and reduce the cost of the external assessment. And this is because a portion of the work is already being completed by an internal member of the organization, and the remainder of the review or quality assessment is then being performed by the external assessor. This saves time and money because the external assessor is being hired to perform the quality assessment. So with a portion already completed, the external assessor does not have to review all areas of the internal audit department. So the answer is B. Number 6, which of the following is common between both internal assessments and external assessments of the internal audit's activity? A, audit charter. B, code of ethics. C, definition of internal auditing. Or D, audit standards. Review of the audit charter, code of ethics, and definition of internal auditing are limited to external assessments. By definition, the scope of external assessments is broader than that of an internal assessment. However, audit standards are common to both internal and external assessments. Therefore, the answer is D, audit standards. So when you think about this, we're looking at which apply to both internal and external assessments. When you're looking at the audit charter, the internal party probably already has a familiarity or knowledge of the audit charter, the code of ethics, and the definition of internal auditing. So they are familiar with those policies or standards and code of ethics, whereas the external party is new to the organization, right? So they would not have any knowledge of the audit charter. So of course that would not be common. And they would probably also not know how the internal audit department actually applies the code of ethics or the definition of internal auditing. But internal and external assessments require review of how the department actually abides by and complies with audit standards. So that's why the answer is D. Number 7. Which of the following is not included in the ongoing and periodic assessment dealing with measurements and analyses of performance metrics with respect to internal audit's quality assurance and improvement program? So we're looking for which of the following is not keyword being not included in the ongoing and periodic assessments, dealing with measurements and analyses of performance metrics with respect to the quality and assurance and improvement program. A, money saved from the audit work. B, audit cycle time. C, customer satisfaction. Or D, number of recommendations accepted. A quality assurance and improvement program is an ongoing and periodic assessment of the entire spectrum of audits and consulting work performed by the Internal Audit Department. If results of these assessments indicate areas for improvement, then the Chief Audit Executive will implement the improvements through the Quality Assurance and Improvement Program, right? So the Chief Audit Executive will look at the audit cycle time. We'll look at the customer satisfaction, such as, is the audit client actually satisfied with the results of the audit? And we'll also look at the number of recommendations accepted. So of the recommendations proposed, how many were actually accepted by the audit client? However, they will not look at the money saved from the audit work. Of course, it would be beneficial to see, okay, how much did this benefit the organization? So how much money did the organization save from identifying those issues? But those are not included in the ongoing and periodic assessment. That would basically be like an administrative outlook or an administrative task that someone would look up or research. So the answer is A, money saved from the audit work. If you are still tuned in, like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Also, you should now see a join button to become a channel member. So you can become a channel member by pressing that join button below. And when you do become a channel member, you get exclusive benefits and get a very distinctive loyalty badge that shows when you comment and participate in live chats. So I'll see, and everyone else will see, that you are a loyal channel member. Those are all of our practice questions. Comment below and let me know how many questions you answered correctly. Remember, it is okay if you did not answer all the questions perfectly because you are still learning and practicing. Be sure to like this video if you have enjoyed the lesson so far and subscribe to BecomingBossC if you have not already. Make sure that you turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when new videos are published. All right, keep studying and update me on your progress in the comment section below. As always, stay blessed and stay Boss C.